Hi! You're probably sitting there right now wondering what you're gonna do this summer. Maybe you're not going on vacation because it costs way too much money, or maybe you just don't have any other fun plans yet. Well, one thing you could do this summer is to explore your local area. Take the opportunity to discover new places in your town or city and visit parks, museums, art galleries, or historical sites that you haven't been to before. One place that I've explored recently is my local library. I haven't been there in years because it's pretty easy to obtain and read books digitally. And while I was there, I found out about all of the free activities that anyone can sign up for there. From things like lessons on how to create an art portfolio to how to make snowflake crisp, they have a wide variety of cool activities that you could do for free. Aside from exploring your local area and finding out what cool stuff exists there, you can also stay active. You can take advantage of the sunny weather and do some outdoor activities like hiking, biking, swimming, or playing sports with friends. Or if you're not a fan of the summer sun and the sweltering heat, then try sports that you can do indoors like ice skating, rock climbing, or karate. Even if you have no idea how to do any type of sport, you can use the time this summer to try doing a sport. You can learn from a friend, join a recreational group, or do some lessons. If you're really not feeling athletic this summer, you could also try and learn some new hobbies and skills. It could be anything from painting, photography, gardening, playing a musical instrument, or cooking. You could either teach yourself something new or take classes. For example, I taught myself a little bit on how to code in Python. For those of you who've been watching my videos, you'll know that art is my main hobby, so learning how to code was a fun and new experience for me. And if you're someone who needs some extra support to help you learn how to do something, then go for it. There are lots of free resources online, and as I mentioned earlier, you can go someplace like your local library where they can teach you how to do things for free. At my local library, they're doing language classes over the course of at least 10 weeks for the price of free. Just keep this in mind if you do want to take classes, because if you do decide to take a similar course, let's say in college, you would be paying at least $1,000 or more. While you can also think of this next thing as a hobby, I think that learning how to cook is a necessity. If you don't already know how to cook, then use your free time this summer to learn how to cook a few dishes. Ask your parents or grandparents to teach you how, or learn how to do it from videos. At some point in the future, you'll have to figure out how to feed yourself. So learning how to cook this summer will help keep the future you fed, and will also help prevent you from spending way too much on eating out every day. And if you already know how to cook, then that's great. You can still try and teach yourself some new recipes because you might find yourself having some new favorite dishes. For example, I saw a free class on how to make a snowflake crisp, and I have no idea what that is, but I'm excited to find out. Besides cooking, you can also try to learn how to DIY something. If you're looking to add a new piece of decor to your room, have an additional item for an outfit, or create a gift for your friends and family members, then DIY projects can be a fun and cost-effective way to have some fun this summer. Instead of buying expensive items or hiring professionals for certain tasks, you can create things on your own at a fraction of the cost. DIYing allows you to customize and tailor projects to your specific needs, and you can make so many different things like a handmade piece of jewelry, design your own t-shirt, create wall art out of any material you want, build a birdhouse, and so much more. DIYing anything is such a fun thing to do, and if any of you guys do decide to DIY something, feel free to let me know about it. I would love to see what you guys make this summer. My next idea would be to get some work experience. You could try working part-time and earn some cash that you could either save or invest for your future. Another option would be to get an internship if you're a college student or even a high school student. If you can't work part-time or get an internship, then you could try volunteering. On a resume, it looks just as good as an internship or a job, especially when you have little to no working experience. The only downside to volunteering is that you don't get paid for it, so make sure that you're volunteering in roles that you actually like. Either way, getting any sort of experience is great because you get to learn more skills, and in the future, you can leverage these experiences when you apply to other jobs. Additionally, you get to meet new people and expand your network, and you get to learn more about what you would like and don't like in a job. If you don't like any of the opportunities that are available to you locally or even remotely, another thing that you can consider doing this summer is to start something yourself. You can start up your own business and start selling your products or services. Or if you are really good at something but don't want to start a full-blown business, then you can try freelancing. If you don't like either of those, then you might want to try becoming an influencer/content creator. And even if you don't like any of those options, you can still try to start something. For example, I have a few friends who are really good at baking. Whenever they knew an event was coming up, like a birthday or some group celebration, they would offer to bake cakes or cupcakes. In exchange, they would get paid for their baked goods or they would use this opportunity to share it on social media, which would bring them more customers. So if you're having some trouble finding a role that's right for you, then don't be afraid to start making the perfect role for yourself this summer. If you're not interested in going out and doing much this summer, then you're going to need something that'll help you to pass the time in a fun way. You're probably going to think I'm crazy for having this as an answer to the problem, but I think that reading is a great pastime. Now, if you're taking a break from school, then I'm sure the last thing you want to do is read a bunch of books during the summer. So just hear me out for a sec. I mean, yes, you can absolutely read educational books or self-help books, but you don't have to. Like I mentioned earlier, if you're taking a break from school, then make sure you're taking a break. You don't have to read more textbooks in the summer. Feel free to pick up whatever book you want to read, and you can maybe even create a list of all the books you want to read and try to read each one before the summer ends. And if you really do want to read educational books or self-help books, then that's great as well. What matters is that it's something that you want to read, because I'm sure we've all had those moments where we get so invested into a book that we don't even realize how much time has passed since we started reading. And that's the kind of fun experience that I want you to have if you choose to read during the summer. Now, after all that learning, you're probably wondering if I have any activities that are more laid back. And no worries, I do have some ideas. One idea I had was to have some movie nights or game nights with your friends and family members. It's such an easy way to chill and socialize with the people in your life. But if you've already been doing that or think it's too boring, then I would suggest to try and spicing things up a little to make them more fun and unique. For example, for movie nights, maybe you can put on a movie in a foreign language without subtitles and try to figure out what's happening in the story. For game nights, maybe you can come up with some funny prizes and punishments for the winners and losers of the game. For example, maybe the losers would have to sing or dance to a ridiculous song while the winners get to choose the song. There are lots of different ways to make movie nights and game nights more exciting, so if you want more additional ideas for this, then please let me know. Finally, after all of these various activities, don't forget to relax this summer. Summer break is meant for you to actually take a break, so please don't feel guilty for relaxing. Take this opportunity to enjoy whatever helps you to relax. Whether it's lounging around in your bed, playing video games, or simply enjoying doing nothing, remember to prioritize relaxation. You only have a few months of summer break, so be sure to enjoy it as much as you can. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. If any of you guys are interested in making art this summer, then check out this video about how making bad art can actually make you a good artist. I'll see you there!